Are you curious to start eating the Mediterranean diet, but wonder which fish to include? In this video, I'm going to be breaking down for you the fish to include in your Mediterranean diet that are super tasty and very healthy for you. Hey there, I'm Dr. Anna. I'm a medical doctor. I was trained in Italy, and on this channel, you are going to learn how to master the Mediterranean diet. So you may have heard about the Mediterranean diet being very famous for its inclusion of fish. And that just makes sense because the Mediterranean diet comes from the regions that surround the Mediterranean Sea. Part of the reason the Mediterranean diet is so famous is because it's linked to so many health benefits, like a decreased risk for heart disease and heart attacks, a decreased risk for cognitive decline, a decreased risk for dementia, decreased risk of cancer, a decreased risk of type 2 diabetes, and a decreased risk of obesity. And a lot of the health benefit of the Mediterranean diet comes from the high consumption of fish and seafood, which have a lot of healthy nutrients in them, including omega-3 fatty acids. But you might be wondering which fish exactly are the ones to be eating in this diet. Well, first, let's break down the complete nutrition of fish and seafood. Now, first of all, they are a type of an animal. Even though they're not from land, they're sea animals. This means that it is a complete protein and a very high source of protein in our diet. We know that protein is an absolute essential component of a healthy diet. It is one of our 3 core macronutrients, and it's really important for growth and repair inside the body. The other amazing thing about fish is that it's really full of healthy fats like these omega-3 fatty acids. And healthy fats are so essential. They are additionally a macronutrient, one of our 3 main components of a healthy diet, and they're essential for healthy digestion, disease prevention, and giving you enough energy to sustain you throughout your day. Fish are a very rich source of lots of vitamins and minerals. Some of these are B vitamins, notably B12, B3, and B6, as well as zinc, and even calcium and vitamin D, especially if you're going to eat canned fish that include the bones. So in short, you can think of fish as providing you all the nutrition that meat would give you without some of the harmful aspects of meat, which is that they're often high in saturated fats, and saturated fats are linked to increased risks of heart disease. One bonus that I like to think about when it comes to eating fish is that this can be a really great source of calcium for somebody who doesn't eat any dairy products, so someone who doesn't have any milk or milk products. Hey, I want you to subscribe if you've gotten any value so far, and I really hope that you have. So now you're probably wondering which fish exactly are the best sources of all of these healthy nutrients. There's a couple of acronyms that I've heard. Think about the fish that are included in a traditional Mediterranean diet. And they are MASH or SMASH. So we'll start with the longer one. SMASH is usually sardines, mackerel, anchovies, sea bass, and herring. And of course, MASH is just either without sea bass or without the sardines. But also, there are so many other fish that can be included in the Mediterranean diet. Traditional recipes: tuna, trout, cod, tilapia, flounder, sole, haddock, grouper, snapper, catfish. You get the idea. A lot of these fish are whitefish styles of fish. They're lower in the food chain. Now, why does that matter? Well, it just so happens that one of the downsides of eating a lot of certain types of fish is that it can carry high levels of mercury, which is a heavy metal that is not healthy for our bodies. So we do not want to be consuming too much mercury in our diet overall. Now, I have a link in the description below of an article from the Cleveland Clinic, which is a really great hospital that has a lot of healthy information on the internet. And they describe that a good rule of thumb for consuming fish lower in mercury are to avoid fish that are older or larger. So these are the predator types of fish that often have high levels of mercury. Things like shark, swordfish, king mackerel, tilefish, orange roughy, and some others. If you want to know a little bit more about the specific fish that you might want to avoid in your diet, I do recommend checking out that link. It's super helpful. I've also linked for you below the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration's list of recommended fish that are good and low in mercury levels. Okay, meaning they have a little bit higher mercury levels, but they're not going to be harmful for your health if you eat them less often, and then the fish to avoid. So I gotta ask you now, What is your favorite fish recipe? Is it something that's traditional in the Mediterranean diet, or is it something else from a different part of the world? I want you to comment and share below with us so that we can have these recipe ideas bouncing through our healthy community and we can all get inspired to eat some more fish. By the way, if this video is working for you and you like what you are hearing, please like the video and consider sharing it with 3 people that you think could benefit from learning more about a healthy diet and nutrition. And if you're fishing for a little bit more information for how you can dive in and start eating this way today, I have a video for you over here. You gotta check it out. I break down the easiest way to get started with the Mediterranean diet.